The other thing that is missed is there has been an inherent tension all the way along. And let's not forget that Elon Musk is the man behind Tesla, the man behind the EVs, the EV mandates, the whole climate change push and the future of, electric cars and so on, and has done very well and made a fortune out of it. The left idolised him. There was always the tension with Trump. They got together, they worked together for the election, but it had to blow up at some point, because at some point Donald Trump was going to say, we can't keep having these subsidies and so on for Tesla and for net zero. And that was a key, it was a key part of it. According to Elon Musk, the EV mandates going was one of the key things he blew up about, saying that why are the subsidies not being removed?
Donald Trump said that.
Because Musk even said back in 2021, he said we don't need
he did say that, but he blew up about it, about the EV mandate.
I think it was more to do with the overall direction, and also to do with the NASA appointment, which which Elon Musk was very committed to, but it was someone who had donated to the Democrats back in 2021, or a Democrat-aligned pact, and the Trump folks were not comfortable with that appointment, so he was vetoed, and that seemed to also be a bit of a trigger for him. Yes, you're right. It was predictable. You've got two hugely powerful alpha males in the same space, but this is where Elon and I think he's realised very quickly the mistake he's made, because he has a backtrack chat.
This will all blow over. This will be nothing. The left are all getting all excited, but it will blow over and they'll be buddies again within no time.
Can I just say, though, that there's really... I got to keep coming back, though, to this real philosophical split between the Musk people and the Trump people.
It's pragmatism versus ideology.
Not just pragmatism versus ideology, it's nationalism versus libertarianism. One of the big things that the Big Beautiful Bill does is secure a lot more funding for the border. The border and immigration, we're going to talk about that later in the show, too, what's going on in Los Angeles right now. It's really, really shocking. But, this is something that the Trump people, the MAGA people, deeply, deeply care about. And they're like saying, well, Musk is like, we can balance the budget, but if you don't have border control, you don't have border enforcement, then you don't have a nation and there's no point. And that is the real split between kind of the tech bro libertarians, the Musk camp on the one hand, and the Trump MAGA camp on the other.
Yeah,
and
but I think I disagree.
The MAGA camp is completely winning, Rowan.
But the real argument is about what Elon Musk is really upset about is that the cuts aren't being made. He's put in all this work under Doge to find all this excessive money that is being wasted, that the government is handing out. He's cut all that. He's saying, look, there's all this money. He's saying there's so much more here we could be cutting. And Trump is going, no, politically we can't do that. I want to get my bill through, which does those cuts, and that's it. And that is what the fault line is over the economy. It's whether we go the full lot, go for the ideal of what we should be cutting, Rowan, which Musk is correct, or we do what politics is the art of the possible, or we do what can be achieved, which is what Trump is saying. And the tragedy here is that both are 100% correct.
Yeah, but Rowan,
both are correct. Both their positions are correct. But the reality is, in politics, you've got to take what you can get.
It's simple numbers, because here's the thing. The bill that Trump is pushing through just needs 50 votes in the Senate, and they can get that through. They've got those votes.
Got that.
But if you go with some new piece of legislation, they need 60. They don't have it.
And
So
we'd see a world recession if they don't get the bill through.
There's been some fantastic developments out of this, including the Democrats now wanting the Epstein files released. So that's fantastic. we want them
Talk about be careful what you wish for.
Exactly. Now let's take a quick listen to Donald Trump talking about this.
And what are you going to do about the Tesla? Are you going to keep it, or are you going to...
I haven't thought about it. I mean, I hope he does well with Tesla.
Do you have any plans to speak with Mr. Musk? This was one of your closest advisors.
Yeah, no, I don't have any plans. I'm not even thinking about that.
And let's have a listen to J.D. Vance, his vice president.
But the main purpose of the bill is not actually spending or cutting spending, though it does cut a lot of spending. The main purpose of the bill is to prevent the biggest tax increase. But I understand, it's a good bill. It's not a perfect bill. Like the process in D.C., if you're a business leader, you probably get frustrated with that process because it's more, bureaucratic. It's more slow moving. Yeah. So I think there's just some frustrations there. But I really, I think it's a huge mistake for him to go after the president like that. And I think that if he and the president are in some blood feud, most importantly, it's going to be bad for the country. But I don't think it's going to be good for Elon either.
Yeah.
And he's 100% right there. And I think that's part of the reason why Elon has backtracked, not only because he was just completely out of order, But he has seen that, no, this MAGA movement isn't splitting down the movement and half going with him. It's 90% Trump. And yeah, that little section that is the libertarian free market types. And, you know, they had that conflict a few months back when the skilled visa issue came up.
The H-1Bs.
And that one, again, was where the Trump base was, we're not sure this is good for America. We're not sure this is an America first position. And Elon was very strong. And Trump did back him on that one, though you wondered where he really stood on that position.